Hello everyone, my name is Neha Sharma. I am co-founder of Vigita Private Limited. We manufacture lithium batteries for electric vehicles, and we have also come up with our electric bicycle model, Arka, that is a perfect eco-friendly and hassle-free companion to commute in cities traffic. So today I'm clarifying lithium-ion battery technology. So what I have done is I have compiled some of your similar questions into a single question. And the first question is, when fast charging will be available and how fast it can charge? Is there any problem with fast charging and how will it affect battery life? And this question is asked by Mighty Warriors Sudhanshu and Arjun Prasad. So the answers goes like, Tesla vehicles superchargers has already offered fastest charging rate of 30 minutes with 80 volt DC charger, offering range of 200 miles. Now, XFC, that is extreme fast charging, is the new technology that is being adopted for low cost fast charge EV batteries. By 2023, that will charge 80% of battery capacity in 15 minutes. And generally, doing fast charging reduce cycle life or battery life as more and more dendrites formation occurs along with a mechanism called lithium plating, thus degrading its rechargeable capacity faster. Now the second question is, lithium ion batteries are expensive right now. How are they planning to reduce its cost? We have seen in mobile phones that lithium-ion batteries explode. So are they working on making it more safe? This question is asked by Mr. Insomniac, and the answer is, yeah, while lead-acid battery is less costly as compared to lithium-ion battery, the lifetime value evens the scale in terms of cost. Lithium battery is definitely superior due to its capacity, efficiency, duty and lifespan. And with the current cost of the lithium-ion battery, they still have a higher preference and value over lead-acid batteries for the battery systems. And we will definitely be able to reduce its cost once the lithium cells gets manufactured in India. Companies in India looking forward to lithium cell manufacturing are Tata Chemicals, that is planning to invest around 800 crores for 3 to 5 gigawatt hour cell manufacturing by 2025. And the other is Lithium Energy, planning to scale 1 gigawatt hour cell manufacturing facility under the guidance of Dr. Gopu Kumar. And if we talk about safety of lithium batteries, Sony made lithium cobalt oxide batteries in 1990s, leading to many batteries catching fire as cathode was more reactive and susceptible to thermal runaway. So it all depends on the cathode of the lithium ion cell, and we have already made a huge leap in battery technology with a stable lithium ion cathode based on lithium iron and phosphate, and it is definitely safe. Let's move to the next question. How DOD affects cycle life of battery, or how discharging multiple times without fully discharging affects cycle life of battery? And it is asked by Cyan Modak. So the answer is, as we lower the DOD, that means we do not discharge the battery fully. The cycle life of the battery increases, and thus battery will last for more number of cycles. So the fourth question is, are EV industries independent or dependent on other countries? And it is asked by Gokul Reddy. Yeah, it is dependent on other countries because our EV industry is still purchasing most of the electrical parts like motor controller, battery protection board and definitely lithium ion cells from other countries. So the next question is, what is cost and warranty of lithium battery? And it is asked by Pranit Kamble. If I talk about cost of lithium battery, it depends upon the application of the battery. And if you are considering lithium battery for energy storage in solar, then it is around rupees 10 per watt hour. And in low grade EV batteries without thermal management system, it is around rupees 15 per watt hour. And it is quite expensive in high grade EV batteries with thermal management system. Now, if we talk about warranty, then warranty definitely depends on the type of lithium chemistry and application of lithium battery. Such as in electric bicycle batteries, if we consider NMC chemistry, the warranty generally claimed is 500 to 800 cycle life with reference to the datasheet of the cell. On the other side, in LFP chemistry, it is claimed to be 1000 cycle life with reference to the datasheet of the cell. So now we'll move to the sixth question, that is, what is weight of lithium ion batteries per kilowatt hour and how much lithium is present in 1 kilowatt lithium ion battery? And it is again asked by Gokul Reddy. So the more generalized term we will talk about is for weight per kilowatt hour is specific energy or specific density, which for NMC chemistry of lithium cell is around 150 to 220 watt hour per kg, and it is different for different chemistries. Like for LFP it is 90 to 120 watt hour per kg, that is just half of the NMC, and for NCA it is around 200 to 260 watt hour per kg, and which is 300 watt hour per kg predictable, and which is the highest among all the chemistries of lithium cell. And about how much lithium is present in a lithium cell can refer to a variety of blends as per the chemistry of lithium cell. Like a single NMC333 has lesser than 1% lithium in the form of lithium hydroxide and lithium carbonate. So let's move to the next question. Why is there so much hype about ultra capacitors along with lithium ion battery to improve fast charging capability, durability, improved regenerative braking, and we don't get to see its commercial implementation? And it is asked by Sanket Kardele. There is a company named Nava Technologies working on to get into the production of hybrid battery system, that is next generation ultra capacitors, in near future, with an euro 10 million funding already raised, which will be commercially used in wide range of systems. And Nava Technologies begins its mass production phase over the coming year. So here is our last question, that is Trevor Jackson aluminum air batteries can power an EV for 2400 km without charge. Will it come in future? And it is asked by Christine Anthony. That 2400 km is a theoretical data, but when an Israel company tried it on an EV, it came out to be 300 kilometers. Moreover, aluminum air batteries are primary batteries, that is, they are non-rechargeable, and also you need to remove the water completely each time when you're not using it and refill it again for using it. And even if a little amount of water traces remains, it will oxidize the aluminium, resulting in less kilometers to be delivered. So I think it's not suited for EV application and won't be used in the EV in the near future. If you have any further doubts, you can just type in the comment box. Thank you.
Electricvehicles.in motto is keeping the earth a safer place to live for the next generations. If you want to join our movement, you can support simply subscribing to our channel or sharing our videos or commenting on videos. Thanks for watching.